And there you are, Hidden Nation. So good to see you. Welcome into the studio. It is Josh Cary right here. It's your hidden entrepreneur. You're tuned in to 710 WOR, the voice of New York. It's right here on that beautiful iHeartRadio network. Download that free iHeartRadio app. You won't regret it. Just like your time that you are spending and going to continue to spend today. Hidden Nation, if there's anything you know about me, what is it? That I love personal growth and development. You know, as I was talking to our guest just a moment ago, that I am a big fan of all the spiritual teachers, including Esther Hicks, who channels Abraham. I start every one of my mornings with a little blurb listening to her. Now, what I'm excited for is our guest today has written a book. It's expanded and revised from the original 2017 edition. The title is Advancing in Enlightenment, the Crash Course, newly revised and expanded edition for 2023 and beyond. It's our guest Gail Knox, and what she's done and what she did, and we're going to talk all about this, is she's taken the best of the best from 5 spiritual teachers and put it in a format, 6 spiritual teachers in fact, and put it in a format that is accessible to you and me. Let's bring her onto the program so we can get to the bottom of all of this. Welcome, Gail Knox. So good to have you join us.
Thank you so much. I've been listening to you for years. I can't believe that now I'm here.
I appreciate that very much. So I've made no secret about this. I'm a fan of this topic and this direction, this approach, spiritual enlightening. I credit that with helping me get from all of my dark places in the past to a much brighter and better present and future ahead. Let's set the stage here. What does this book entail? What does it contain?
53 years of my studying all these channels. So I have all their books. They line my house. So
yeah, should we name them?
Okay, so Jane Roberts channels Seth, and I started out with the Seth material and Seth Speaks, and then she just kept going and going and going. And I have 32 books from Jane Roberts. And then after that, I found Cryon, with Lee Carroll channels Cryon, and that was Archangel Energy. And that is the magnetic master. He is the one there. That is the group that set the magnetics of the planet. When our consciousness gets this information from beyond, it's filtered through the magnetic fields. And when the magnetic fields are thin, we get a lot of information. When it's thick, we're kind of shrouded from this information. So right now, we're in a time where the magnetic field is the thinnest it has ever been. And channeled messages is coming through like for so many people. It's not only the 6 I focus on, but so many more that I could just go online and see channeled messages from everywhere. So the magnetic field is in. That's Cryon. And then you have Esther Hicks and Abraham, which she's an eternal soul consciousness. And then and that has she teaches us about the law of attraction and the emotional guidance scale. It's how your emotions, you can tell which direction you're going in your life by your emotions. If you're in bad emotions, you're going to a bad place. But if you keep in positive emotions, you stay in positive. But your emotions don't create. They only indicate what your creative thought is taking you.
Love that.
And then you've got Barbara Hand Clow, and she has written the Pleiadian Agenda, and she's written The Alchemy of 9 Dimensions. And that opened my eyes to all the dimensions that we have access to. You have access to more than our 3rd dimension. When you go into silence and you go into meditation, you can access these yourself. You don't need these channels. And that's what my book kind of gives, all kinds of exercises to get you to be more connected with these things. And then right after that, Daryl Link. I found Daryl Link and Bashar. And Bashar is a 5th dimension extraterrestrial contact specialist. And he's been channeling Bashar since 1980. So I have all, and everything is digital with him. So I have all the digital recordings. They're not books. And then, but so he speaks so matter of fact. And his message is to joy, find joy in your life. Joy is the thread that is divine guidance. It's not in the emotional guidance scale. Excitement is not there. When you follow the path of your highest excitement, that's his message. Like you wake up and you want that cup of coffee. You go get that cup of coffee. If it's at Starbucks, you go to Starbucks and get it. And who do you meet? Someone there, and that takes you somewhere else. And it's your divine guidance to a path that will just lead you on to more and more and more better things. So that is his message. It's follow the path of your highest excitement. That's number one with Bashar. And then right after Bashar, I found Adronis. Now, Brad Johnson channels Adronis, and that is our multidimensional mentor. And even this past summer, he has just loaded us with so much truth that has not been exposed before. He's taken us to real heights of where you have self-awareness, you get self-realization, you find out our origins. He gives you signs of how to connect, with let's see, what is it? It's this. To connect with the higher dimensions. Just when you're focusing on this, you can connect through your intentions. You can, and you get downloads. You get downloads, infinite intelligence just comes through. So you have, and all that's in there in the book too. So how to connect. But Brad Johnson and Adronis, so much has come through. It's just amazing. It completed my book. It wasn't there before because I didn't have Adronis back in, I started the book in 2010. It wasn't finished until 2014, and it took 3 years to publish. So this information has been there for quite a while, and I hadn't even known about Adronis back then. And now, but it seems like chapter 7 was there as a placeholder for when the channel arrived, it took its place. So
wow. So these 6 channels do not contradict each other. Certainly the opposite. They all
no.
complement each other. What do they actually, when you look at this broad spectrum here, what do they all have in common? What are the
Well,
common threads?
they're saying the same thing, but from a different perspective. So yeah, you're having Adronis has got a 6-dimensional perspective. The Syrians, Adronis is 90,000 years old. Their time frame is much different. He has seen our history, and so it's not a philosophy when you listen to Adronis because he has experienced it. Once you experience something, it's no longer a philosophy. You can teach it, and then so that's Adronis, and then and with Dirilenka and Bashar, he teaches us the laws of creation. He teaches you how to beliefs, definitions, and meanings are the thing that makes you enlightenment to enlightened. It gets you there. But Abraham defines enlightenment as that state of being open to receive. When you get yourself in a state where you are open to receive these things will come to you. So it's silence, it's meditation. And there are many, I have so many exercises to get you in that state of relaxation and breathing, your breath. Your soul is breathing you. Oh, that's another thing. They had told us we are not, our soul is not something that's inside of us. We are inside our soul. Our soul is having a dream and to release this dream into this physical landscape. So it's kind of backwards. The soul is not inside of us. We are inside our soul. They say, you're the only one here. There's no one else here because who's dreaming? Who's dreaming the dream? When you dream, is anyone else having your dream? It's like, no, you're the only one having your dream. Your soul is the only one having its dream. So, and then the people you meet, these are all reflections. Everything that you see and everything that you meet are reflections of things that you hold inside yourself, plainly exposed for you to look at. These are things to help you grow, to help you expand spiritually inside. Everything is internal. There's nothing external can teach you. It's all internal. So you have to go within. You have to connect with your breath. Your soul is breathing you. There's your connection. You breathe with your soul. You take on your non-duality. You want to get past this duality. You
I
want to give,
understand. I understand the concept of I've thought about this for a while. The idea that this is a dream and we are dreaming, and I fully believe that our inner world is a reflection of our outer world that we create. We're exclusively responsible for it. I want to go down the path of the dream for a little while, just to help our listener explore that. So, what is that? What do we do with that piece of information? So what of that? How does that help us? What do we do?
okay, so well, okay, so let's say it's a dream within a dream within a dream within a dream within all the way back to the God who is dreaming, but he's not the dream. He is the one that is dreaming. So what God has done was release his dreams into a universe, and his dreams now are reflections of him. So you have God in a dreamscape where it was his intention to grow and expand through his dreams. So now you have the creator gods, the ones way, the first link in the chain, right from God, the first dreamers who are released into the landscape. And then they start creating. What do they create? They create dimension, they create energy, they create color, they create shape, they create universes. So and then that's another thing you hear. You say that energy cannot be destroyed. You've heard that
Of
energy
course.
can, but it's a dream. If God stops or if recalls that dream, it's gone. So yes, energy can be destroyed because it was created. It was brought into form. Our creator was never brought into form. That's why it's a dream. It has never been brought into form. What has been brought into form is what he has released into the dreamscape. They are creator gods, and it's the link of a chain, a cosmic lattice. Cosmic lattice work is the creator god, the Anunnaki, the first Elohim. We call him the very first, okay, created, and then you all of a sudden you have division because you have now anything you want can be created. You can go any direction you want, and now all of a sudden where you've only had source connecting with the ones with all the positive love, um what is it? Love and ah the seven there's the seven highest emotions. Okay, anyway, there's yeah, love, uh, forgiveness, compassion, all the things that are God emotions. And then all of a sudden you had a break where now you have some that went in the opposite direction and are of they got negativity and they got um, they're disconnected.
Hmm.
And it goes, this cosmic lattice just kept creating and creating. So it got so far out that now they don't even remember a creator. Now they think they're God. So this is the Orion Empire, the Draco, and from Alconus, Draco Alconus, Arconus Draco, whatever, that constellation.
Hmm.
Okay, so anyway, they are the ones that are of negativity. And so now you have a split between the Orion Empire, but the ones that created the ones that we are of this cosmic lattice is from the one that's the true, the positive, the Elohim.
Hmm.
They had come down and through this lattice work said, what if we created a space where they're separated from their light? Can they find the light? And so then you get physical reality, and that's us. And it's still we're them. It's all a cosmic game, but we are them. So now we're connecting back and remembering we're them. We are the ones that we have nothing to do with the negative that went down, and it is of lower vibration. It's a lower frequency. It's separation, segregation. It's away. So,
Hmm.
but it's still a part of the dream, but you don't have to be a part of that. When you connect with positivity, when you go into all the things that go up the chain, you bring yourself up. So this was the plan. It was to go down to the lowest steps that you can go and see if you can. And then they come down with all these teachings. They make the veil very thin, come in with these teachings, and then get all those that have been lost and bring them back up. And now we're connected back again. And you get all the things that, so it's just down and up and down and up and down for eons, down and up and down and up.
Are you a channel yourself, or are you a student?
I'm student too, because Adronis is teaching, and he has an etherics academy where he's teaching. So and Brad is to the point where he's gone from like you and I don't know nothing to way up there. So you can join the Etherics Academy through Brad Johnson, and so I am a student, but I also, when you're open to receive, when you have that enlightenment, where you're in that state of being, when you are open to receive, you start becoming a part of a divine orchestration of events. It just one thing after another. It just it continues, continue, but it is a divine orchestration of events. And I you listen to Abraham Hicks. I use segment intending, where you have to use your intentions. Like every time you enter a segment of life experience, you have to set your intention for things to go. Like I, I've never shared this. Can I share something with you as my intention for safe travel?
Please.
So, okay, so when I leave the house every day to go to work, the first thing I do is I get in the car and I say, as I enter this segment of life experience, my dominant intent is for safe, efficient, expedient travel, moving from point of home to point of work in a safe and efficient, expedient manner with a safe and efficient, expedient flow of traffic. Everyone's aware of me. I'm aware of everyone else, including the animals I share this planet with, keeping them safe from harm. So my roads are paved with gold. My roads are paved with gold. They're um, lined with my roads are paved. I do. My roads are paved with gold, leading me to wealth, riches, prosperity, and abundance, no matter which direction I travel, no matter which path I take. My roads are lined with green lights as a symbol of me moving forward in positive emotion. I'm always arriving at my destination on time, refreshed, ready, and prepared to do whatever it is I'm to do there in total and complete harmony with all those I come in contact with who are there just to love, support, and assist me. Blessed is Spirit for these gifts of the new age. Blessed am I for my enlightenment to these gifts, for it is my dominant intent to see only that which I am wanting to see, that brings joy, happiness, health, wealth, peace, love, prosperity, and abundance into my life now and for all times. For I exist in a universal well-being. It flows right to my door and carries me along through life in total and complete well-being. And so it is as it is so. And then Abraham came out with this, everything is always working out for me. And I listened to that every single day when I walked my dog, and I spoke along with the intention. So now it became a part of my intention. So everything is always working out for me. For I am created of the exact same source energy from which my soul source springs. I'm a daughter of God, a creator God in my own right, placed in a physical setting to co-create the physical world that springs forth around me in total and complete harmony and alignment with what my soul's intentions were when first coming into physical reality. I acknowledge there are universal forces that are focused directly at me. I acknowledge, eternal one, higher self, inner being, if you will, that I am the object of your positive attention, and I'm appreciating your continual gaze on behalf of my well-being. And today, no matter where I am, no matter where I'm going, no matter what I'm doing or who I'm doing it with, I will be in conscious awareness that you two are here with me, appreciating me, supporting me, assisting me, helping me, guiding me, showing me, loving me, adoring me, acknowledging me, aware of me, inspiring me, uplifting me, having fun with me, experiencing life through me, co-creating with me, writing books with me, downloading me with information I need to know right when I need to know it, downloading me with infinite intelligence, for I'm connected to that through you, Source, appreciating, loving, and adoring that connection, inspired and uplifted by that connection, wanting only to align with what your intentions were when first coming into physical reality in total and complete alignment with what your intentions were in first coming into physical reality, and total and complete awareness of the communication between us through guidance, intuition, downloads, direct knowing, and above all, synchronicity. Always being in the right place at the right time in perfect synchronicity for my best and highest joy, my best and highest good, my best and highest excitement, my best and highest happiness, my best and highest abundance, for the best and highest of life experiences possibly attainable in a lifetime. Let it be done, let it be done, let it be done, let us, and so it is so. And so are my intentions set forth on this day as I embark upon my daily journey to experience joyful living and a joyful life. Amen. And I do say amen to it all. And that
Yeah.
takes me out of my subdivision and onto the highway. That I start from the time I leave my driveway and when I get there. Now let me tell you what's happened.
Yeah.
Because I said that every day, my intention was for safe travel. So, oh, and where I was working at work, I work at the post office, very strenuous, repetitive motion. I look up, I say, Father, please get me out of here. Abraham Hicks, asking it is given. You gotta ask, Father, get me out of here. 2 weeks later or so, a bid shows up on the bid board for a job to start at 3 in the morning to 11:30. I get the bid. So now my intention for safe travel, I'm the only car on the road. This happens within with weeks of me starting to do this. Okay. So now I have that job. Everything is always working out for me. And the synchronicity of all. So so you have asking it is given, everything is always working out for me, and all this divine orchestration of events coming into perfect synchronicity. And that's how it works. You got to set your
I
intentions.
believe it. My goodness. So you are you're a practitioner of sorts. You've taken the information, you've put it,
And use it.
yes,
You
you've put
got
it into place for
you
us also.
you got to use it. Yeah, and I teach everybody how to use it too. Um, it's and
Mhm.
not only me, the channels are teaching you how to use it. So I teach them. They're taught me,
Of
and then
course.
I put it in the book because it
To
works.
make it accessible. I agree that it works as well. Help somebody like me, and certainly the listener as well. Let's say, and we've brought up Esther Hicks and Abraham a few times already. Let's start there for a minute. Let's say that I'm peripherally aware of the others that are in the book, but let's say really all I engage in these days is Abraham. Where should I look next? The one place I should look next, do you think?
Well, you go on the Abraham Hicks Now broadcast. She's on YouTube and she's telling everything that's brand new is coming out too. But the things she will tell you to go back into her meditations. You know, if you listen to her, she always says, "Well, join me in my meditation." So you've got to download that
Right.
meditation.
But
But
Gail, I'm asking which one of the
everything,
others?
from Abraham Hicks.
No, no, no. Putting
Another,
Abraham aside for a minute, the other
okay,
teachers the other channels, who should I explore next?
Adronis, Brad Johnson and Adronis.
Yeah.
Everything. He's teaching us our true history, which I mean, we have been controlled. There are controllers, and even Cryon would say the dark ones are here. That dark force, those that Alpha Draconis or whatever, the Draco, they
Hmm.
have been. They think, well, let's go back. Let's go back just a little bit. When we have the cosmic lattice coming down, and they're creating the physical form, us, and they give us too much enlightenment. What happens when you get too much enlightenment? It's what happens at the time of Atlantis. So they have all this enlightenment, but they don't want to share it. So they it's become segregated only for a few. So what you want to be able to share this information. So, oh my gosh, this gets really deep sometimes. But okay, so with the cosmic lattice and them going off in a different direction, and you wanting to stay positive, um, you have to. Oh my gosh, I don't, I don't know. It gets so deep. Okay, yeah, and I lose my train of thought because there is so much involved in
I
this. But
understand.
bring me back to what we were saying, so I can get back on track.
Oh, I was just asking from Abraham which channel would be a good segue into next, and you were telling
Okay,
me.
I was telling Adronis, yeah, because
Yeah.
of our history. Yeah,
Hmm.
so we have been, I mean, it doesn't really matter that you know the
Of
true
course.
history, but it makes it more, it, it makes you more at ease to know truth. And truth is coming out from so many places. Now, Adronis has given us our origins. He's given us how we started, how the earth is formed, who else is here. You have inner earth Delphi. You have, which is more connection. There are other earth experiments besides the human race that was here. So Adronis will take you into every aspect of everything. And and just this summer, well, in my book, I have them all there.
Hmm.
So it's New Earth TV Live, and it's on every Friday. And he's got Signpost, which is on every Thursday. But YouTube is very censorship. He can't just come out and tell you truth. He's got to be really careful of the words he uses because they don't want us to, the media does not want you to know truth. So, but as of January 4th, Brad is switching over to Rumble. And once Brad Johnson goes live on Rumble on January 4th with signposts, there is going to be no more censorship. So you are going to get some information that you never had before. But some of them were the creator gods, Adronis, the creator gods, Adronis. Oh gosh, there were so many. I list them all
Yeah.
in my book.
I understand. And Hidden Nation, the book we're talking about again is Advancing in Enlightenment, the crash course that's
Yeah.
newly revised and expanded edition for 2023 and beyond. I get it now, the crash course, because Gail Knox has taken 6 of the most well-known channelers and put it in a format that we can understand and implement. And certainly you see and hear the passion in Gail's voice. It's just inspiring. Gail Knox, congratulations on everything. I want to thank you for joining us, spreading your light and love and energy and passion with us. Absolutely incredible to meet you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. There is so much in there
Clearly.
that you really can get lost. But as long as it's in the book, you can go back to it and look it up. And I just got my copy. I just got it. It's really, oh my God, to hold it in my hands. It's such a beautiful book. I'm ecstatic about it.
I can tell, and I know Hidden Nation can tell as well. Gail, congratulations on all your continued success. I'm a fan of yours now too. Thank you for bringing this to the people. It's very important. Hidden Nation, I want to thank you for tuning in, investing your time. I know this didn't disappoint. Get a copy of the book. Continue the conversation. We're going to continue this one before too long. Until we meet again, take care. Be well.